I think UK private equity has had good experiences in Ireland. I think that is driving it as much as any factor. Anecdotally, I would hear, that whereas we see the Irish market as being extremely competitive, a lot of interested private equity and trade buyers in any process, the UK market is even more crowded. So I think there's still perceived to be some value here. And as I said, the experiences by and large have been good. I think the UK private equity firms like dealing with Irish entrepreneurs and generally good outcomes. I think that is driving more interest in the market. Small and all as it is compared to the UK, I think it's still felt there's good opportunity here. Well, I think the acquirers, private equity acquirers in particular, are spending more time pre-acquisition, investing in the pre-acquisition phase, not just in the sort of more routine due diligence side of things, but more in the strategic planning side of things, and where they see the platform for growth to sort of get them through their 5-year sort of time horizon to potentially do a further exit. So we're seeing a lot of more emphasis on the value add that the private equity investor can bring in terms of focus for the business, corporatization, for want of a better word, as well, that can help bring that level of professionalism that matches the skill set of the entrepreneurs, and also deals with issues such as succession to bring through and equity incentives to the new younger management coming through, and give certain exiting shareholders the chance to realise an investment. So it's a very vibrant market. So I suppose a couple of years ago we had something of a hiatus following the Brexit vote, but certainly the market is busy right now, and the pipeline looking through to the end of this year and into 2019 is good, notwithstanding the uncertainty ultimately that we face in terms of the Brexit outcome and how that might look in the first quarter of next year. Well, Brexit is the number one. I mean, Ireland is, as we know, uniquely exposed to the outcome of Brexit, so that is number one. But I think, as one of our panelists was saying earlier today, I think these sort of risks, they adjust to them by ensuring that the business is not over leveraged and can withstand a shock. So I think people are prepared for that. I think they understand that if there's a cliff edge or a hard Brexit, it's not going to be easy. But I think they are hedging the risk there by managing their portfolio companies conservatively, so that they have the ability to withstand some disruption in the market. And otherwise, I think we are potentially in the US, we're looking at risks of overheating potentially there. So there are lots of macro issues, and maybe we're in the late stage cycle of the M&A cycle. Those sorts of things obviously are part of the calculation, but ultimately I think investors look for a good company and a really good management team, a good concept, and if you put those all together, I think they have confidence that they will succeed regardless of the macro issues if they pick the right investment.